Your last max effort was like 100 pounds, so you're going to try to do 105. This will happen more often than not, where you'll try 105 and not get it. You know, you'll do 100 and you go 2 or 3 reps. You'll throw 105 on there and it will not budge. Just chill out, rest a little bit, try it again. You go, oh, there's a little motion there. Rest, try it again. You will hit that PR more often than not. When you go to a 1 rep failure, right, your brain says, oh, it can either like try to shut you down or try to accommodate that. It starts searching for more muscles to recruit the next time. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 failures before your brain wires up the other muscles that you're not using, and you'll get it. When you do low rep, max effort stuff, you are recruiting lots of muscle fibers. When you are doing high volume to failure, you are recruiting a smaller number of muscles, but you're recruiting them over and over again. So this training, this 1 rep max stuff is a way of your body going out and finding more muscles to trigger. So it spreads that load over more muscles for a shorter period of time versus, which is why squatting is so much harder than marathon running. When you squat, you generate these huge muscles because your body is looking for more muscles to trigger, as opposed to a marathon runner who does way more work, but a lot less power. But it will be addictive when I get to the point where I'll go down there to say, oh, I haven't PR'd on this for a while. Well, it'll happen today, you know, and I'll miss it and I'll miss it, and you just get used to going, eventually it'll go, and you try it again, and that first time you try it, it will not budge. I mean, it feels like it's glued to the ground. And then you'll fail it. Sometimes I'll drop down a weight, make sure that the machine's still working, add that weight back up, and it'll go. Then you scream in your basement, you wake up the kids and everything else, and you go eat a huge breakfast, and you go, fuck yeah, I just did that. You know? So you circle it in your workout book, you know, and you go, okay, 12 weeks, I'm beating that by 5 pounds. You're gonna beat the daylights out of me, I'm gonna shut down. But if you did a max bench the week before, and now you're gonna max incline bench, or you're gonna max dumbbell bench, the brain doesn't know all that, so it starts overcoming that again. And when you max effort on several different exercises, you will learn there's an offset between them. So if I need a maximum corner-to-corner wrist wrench movement, because I'm going to arm wrestle a very good shoulder presser, right? And I go, I need this up, say 10%. I'm 100 pounds. Well, I know there's an offset between my corner-to-corner wrist wrench and my corner-to-corner multi-spinner and my corner-to-corner tower. There's a set weight difference. I might be 15 pounds, but it'll be very consistent. It'll be 10 to 15 pounds between those. So if my multi-spinner max effort goes up, I know my wrist wrench max effort went up. I don't actually have to do the wrist wrench max effort every week to ensure it went up. I raised 10 pounds on my multi-spinner, my wrist wrench is easily up that much, or it's, you know, it's up half that, 7 pounds or so. So as long as you are setting PRs on your arm wrestling specific or your arm wrestling carryover exercises, you don't have to make sure you hit a peak on your pet move, all right? Just knowing that your other exercises came up, that translates over. And that gives you some confidence to go down and to set that. What's usually more important is, for me anyways, if I'm trying to hit a 100-pound PR on something, I know myself, I can do that at about 30-some reps. If it takes me 40 reps, I'm usually too tired to hit. I might have the ability to do it, but if I try to do it in 40 reps, I gas out too early. So I have a problem with spending too much time at the low weights. If I'm doing too many reps at the low weights, I get tired before I hit the heavy one. And if I try to short circuit it and blow through the low ones, I'm not fully warmed up when I hit the high one. So it becomes, you learn how to get stronger for yourself, which is why this online coaching doesn't work for me. Because for me, I got to say, okay, I got to spend a lot of time under 70 pounds, and then I got to go from 70 to 105 in like 5 reps. You know, if I don't spend enough time at the low weights, I'm not fully warmed up and I'm stiff. And if I spend too much time at the low weights, I'm tired before I get anywhere near the 105. But Yeah, that what Lachlan calls redlining. What's also important about that 1 rep max effort stuff is you get tangled up into a match with somebody where you're losing, okay? But you can't lose that match. It's so important. You get to where you can go strain as hard as you can, and then your brain can take a little part of that and start thinking about stuff. Where it can, all right, maybe if I got to pull backwards, you know. This ability to think when you're doing 100% of your effort to pin a match is very hard for beginners to adapt. Because a lot of times they're going so hard, then you say, I'll come back to this, but you tell them, cop, roll out, drag. They don't hear you. Or if they do hear you, they can't. They're so locked up just going sideways. The other thing is, if your buddy is tied up into a match and he's losing, do not tell him to breathe, okay? When you are doing a max effort 1 rep, you are holding your breath. You are so much stronger holding your breath. Max effort work is anaerobic, okay? So when you're doing isometrics, you take a breath and you hold it and then you count. Do not tell your buddy to breathe if he's tied up in a match. As soon as he goes, boom,